Good
Hey.
afternoon. Wellness Gathering is gathering again today, and we're moving, taking responsibility for our well-being through the core alignment principles, moving, focusing on moving towards our mission. It's been a very exciting series, and we're almost near the end of it. So, Lynn, I'll let you
Yeah,
get started.
yeah, that's right. We're on our seventh conversation. And what we're going to be doing is, well, we're going to be playing for keeps, playing
Oh,
game. So, you ever play for keeps, So, the question for today is, what types of games do you like to play? So, my name is Lynn, and I am in Calgary, Alberta. And the types of games that I like to play. Well, I really like playing games that can be played with, you know, up to six people because when my family gathers, there's usually six of us. And I like it when there's sort of a team aspect. And I like card games or, board games, but we play a game we team up. And now that my kids have partners, we have a lot of fun when we play. We play a game called Hand and Foot, and we just have a lot of fun, and we team up in different ways. And there's always lots of fun competition, but we're not always that you know concerned about who wins. It's just more the fun that we have along the way. So, how about you, Olive?
I like to play Scrabble. Um, it's not a favorite game of my family. Usually usually I'm begging somebody to play Scrabble with me. So, but it's my favorite.
Cool. Awesome. How about you, Dawn Marie?
I'd have to agree. Scrabble is a game that I'm beginning to appreciate. I have a girlfriend who, when we go to the beach house, she brings her Scrabble board, and I mean, she's like on top of things. She's just waiting for me to come up with words that don't make sense. And she corners me on it. So I love to see her, kind of get into her head about what is right and what is not right.
Awesome. So it's finding the right dictionary to use, right?
In her mind.
How about you,
It's
Mom?
funny. Scrabble has become our favorite game too, but we found an app on the phone where you can find words with Scrabble. And that has really been a game changer. We can whip through that game, the game much quicker than trying to look through a dictionary. And of course, making words up in our own mind doesn't really work that way, but that app really is really awesome. So you just type in the letters. So Scrabble is one of the games I'm playing now, but I grew up with crokinole and cribbage and rummy and fish. So, and I'm not a big game player, and I'm amazing how Lynn and her family has really created that, because I don't think when you were little we played games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe Monopoly.
Monopoly, yeah, the endless game of Monopoly. Yes, well, this is the thing with games. Games are a lot of fun, and I think it's something that anybody can do. And so that's what we're going to be looking at. We're going to be looking at today, reminding us all of, what we really want to be doing with what we've been focusing on over these past 7 weeks. We've been looking at our message. We've been, seeing what we're doing. We've been looking at what our vision is and, how we support ourselves and others in our lives. So, and we're going to be looking at what is fun, because I think life should be more fun. So when you think of the word fun, what comes up for you? Dawn Marie?
I'd have to say a sunny day on my bike, riding along the beach. I've never had an opportunity to put my bike out there, but I think if I could just ride on the sand with my bike, I would enjoy that. But I do like to ride my bike.
That's how about you, Olive?
I think for me, fun involves music. I'm not a musician myself, but I appreciate good music. So that's a big part of fun for me.
Cool, cool. And Lorraine?
Oh dear, what is fun for me? To get out of bed in the morning and smile at myself in the mirror. No. I
That's a
find,
good one. I think that would be fun.
and just let it all hang out. Oh dear. Well, I think fun is just sitting down and having a good conversation with somebody and reminiscing. Right now, I've been looking through a 5-year diary when I was 14, and my gosh, was that fun. With all my friends and wandering the
That was,
countryside.
that's cool. That's cool, because that's what I was going to ask. Yeah, what do you remember doing when you were young? That
Oh,
was fun. So you can start.
oh, it was, I had a 5-year diary, and it was about 3 sentences, and it was all, I went to school, and he was there and she was there, and we played here and we went down for the mail. It was very brief. And I was amazed at the age of 14, I was given a janitorial job to clean the public school. It was a 1-room school. And of course, one entry with, we started school, there was 15 kids in the school, and that was from grade 1 to grade 6 or grade 7. 1 to 6, 15 kids. And then we had a high school teacher that was sick all the time. He never came to school. How we learned, I don't know, but
That's fun. How about you, Olive? What did you like to do when you were young?
As a kid, well, this time of the year, it was tobogganing. We had a hill that it was sort of constructed from a water reservoir, from, we called them a dugout. And so the water would be frozen over in the winter, and we'd pull our toboggan up one side, down the other. That was fun.
Yeah, yeah. That's, I remember that kind of stuff too. The creek, down the creek. How about you, Dawn Marie?
I would have to say going to the roller skating rink. Our parents would drop us off, and for the first time, it would feel like, we don't have our parents watching us while we're playing with, a group of kids that sometimes we knew and sometimes we didn't know. But to be at this skating rink, roller skating was just something that really takes me back to my childhood.
Cool. Very cool. So when you were young, what did you want to be when you grew up? I know for myself, when I was young, I remember having my best friend in high school. I don't know, we were probably closer to graduation, but we would ask, she would ask me, if you could do anything in the world, what would you want to do? And we kind of shared that with each other. We were always on a mission. It was like, she's like, what's your mission today? And it's like, it was, I don't know, maybe it was too much Mission Impossible or whatever that we watched, but I remember saying she was really smart. Like, she was just a really smart person all through school. And I struggled with everything I was learning. And I got D's, she got A's, put it that way. And I just remember saying, I just want to be a lifelong learner. I want to just keep learning. If I could go to school for the rest of my life, I'd be happy. Like, that's what I wanted. And, I didn't know where that was going to go, but back then, that's what I wanted. How about you, Dawn Marie?
That's interesting. My mother married a gentleman who was a vice president of a bank, and they never really prompted us to do anything other than to get good grades in school. So when I would imagine what I would want to be, all I could think of was moving out of my parents' house, having my own apartment. And I ended up working in a bank. So I guess my mother's husband had some influence on me in wanting to be a bank teller. That's about as far as I could envision at that point. And, I did that for several years, but never really thought about what do I want to be when I grow up. And I'm still at that phase of life where, I don't know what I want to be when I grow up, and I'm grown up and still searching.
Yeah, awesome. How about you, Olive?
I wanted to be a teacher when I was younger, and I volunteered to help teach a Sunday school class one summer, and realized that I did not like being in charge of kids or being at the center of attention and having to keep them on task. That was not me. So yeah, I abandoned that idea quite quickly.
How about you, Lorraine?
When I was young, I don't think I really knew what I wanted to be. I remember when I graduated from grade 12, I had no clue. Other than boys, I was very attracted to a lot of boys. So I probably just wanted to get married and have kids. However, that didn't really. I got engaged very young, out of grade 12, and I just couldn't see myself in that role at all. So I just followed the crowd, went in for nursing, followed my sister, and got a degree, but I didn't have that strong desire to be anything. It just seemed to be, at one point, maybe I could have been a nun.
The boys and the nun part.
A little bit
That's
of
really compatible.
There.
What a
Two
contrast.
choices. Hey?
That's contradiction.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's funny. Well, what is a mission that you're working on currently? I'll go first, just to, I don't know. A mission that I'm working on currently right now is my work feels like it's coming together and sort of exploding into the direction that I wanted it to go, like for the last 10 years. And so a mission that I'm working on currently is managing clients and managing having successful sessions and having my work shift into more of what I really want to be doing. So that's a mission that I'm currently working on, and I'm feeling pretty good about that right now. What about you, Olive?
The mission that I'm working on right now is being a leader for fitness classes. And as I say that, I think, oh my goodness, when I was 16, I did not want to be a leader. I did not want to be at the front of a class trying to hold people's attention. And here I am now doing that very thing. So yeah, funny where life takes you.
Yeah. How about you, Dawn Marie?
I would have to say, working on building my business. I started a business in 2020, which included Nikan products. And I've just kind of been coasting along. And I went and got my taxes done the other day. And she was like, so is this going to be a business or is this going to be a hobby? And so I have to shift gears to really settle down and create this business plan that I would like to have, with my business incorporating the Nikan products into it.
Cool. Very cool. Lorraine?
Yeah, I see my mission as I age is to really encourage people to stay well. I'm also with Nikan, and I've really been blessed with having found a way of keeping healthy and mentally stable as I go into my very, very, very senior years. And that's my mission, is to really encourage the mind, body, the whole gamut with people. And be kind of a role model that when you get to be in your 80s, it's a good idea to make sure your body is healthy. Because believe me, it can fall apart very quickly.
Totally agree.
Got it,
And
got
the
it.
mental attitude too. I mean, that is
Mm.
so important.
So how can you play more with your mission and your busyness of life? Lorraine?
Oh, well, I wake up every day with gratitude that I where I am today and what I'm doing, because it keeps me focused, and it just sets. I'm finding that I'm thinking so much more positive, even if I listen to a lot of negativity, and I do go on a lot of YouTubes and listen to other people's stories and hear their tragic things that's happening to them. And I'm very grateful that I'm here. That's my mindset now. It's very powerful, and I'm really finding that it's so easy to hear the tragic things and then yet get back to feeling really positive about things. I don't carry their story or baggage. I just wish them well, and and I don't know. I just feel very grateful.
Got it. Got it. How about you, Olive? How are you playing more with your in your business?
Well, the last 3 days, not at all. I've pretty much been in my house watching what's going on out my window. But my goal is to inspire other people to continue their pursuit of health.
Cool. Very cool. How about you, Marie?
So what I'm doing is looking forward to March the 9th, which is the Pink Day with Nika, and introducing a new product. And I feel that in order to be able to help people realize the significance of what these products can do, I really want to be able to present it in such a way that it's not all about me and what it's done for me, but to share with them how these products can make a difference in their lives and get them on the path to a different way of living a healthier lifestyle. That's my goal.
Cool. Cool. Yes, playing with our business. I would like to be able to play more with life in general. And, everything, I mean, I guess I look at my busyness of life as everything. It's not just my work. It's so a way that I can play more with my missions and my business is, well, I mean, I get turned on by staying organized. I don't know. I've become more and more organized now that kids aren't in the house. It's like I've become very hyper organized, which seems to be serving me. My husband was away this weekend, and I ended up getting everything ready for today, yesterday, which that's, really not really heard of. It's usually in the morning we get ready for the day. And I complete with the day in the evening. But I've been finding it playful to just like playing house, I guess is what it is, because we work from home, and I like to keep things tidy, and it just makes the flow in my day and all these things that I find important more easy to handle. So with this playing for keeps and where we've been going with this series, I mean, we've been looking at, we were looking at our message and the missions that we've been working on. We've been looking at the things that hold us back. We've been looking at, rich beliefs that motivate us. What else? We looked at the wheel of business, that wheel of all those areas of life. So we're going to be wrapping it up in the next, 3 conversations. But what would you like to take with you that will support you until we talk again? Lorraine?
Well, I think as you were talking about your flow of the business, I think it's the time management of your day and your space and you go to bed with feeling comfortable. You're not taking a lot of stuff to bed with you, but getting up knowing that you're ready for the day and you've time managed the day. And I think that is a good philosophy, is have a good time management of what your mission is, and enjoying the steps and being creative, poking other things into that creativity of time management.
Yeah. Cool. How about you, Dawn Marie?
I would have to really go back to that wheel of busyness too, because as I looked at it, there's some things on there that I've completed, and then there's some other things on there that I haven't even started yet. So I think I would like to get back to purging and organizing some areas in my home.
Cool. How about you, Olive?
Well, I'm thinking back too to that wheel that we created for ourselves. And at the end of the conversation, I said I want to be spontaneous, and I have managed to do that. I've managed to not be so busy that I can't say yes to something that I would like to say yes to. So, yeah,
Right.
continue to be spontaneous.
Yeah. Yeah. What I taking away right now is sort of the image of a Ferris wheel. And you know, the Ferris wheel goes round, and of course there's all these things hanging off of that Ferris wheel, but it's that thing in the center that's keeping it going. And so I think that wheel is that spot, you know, what's in the center, that's supporting me in keeping, you know, keeping that fun aspect going. So that's what I'm going to take away, is what's in the center, not so much what's hanging on the outside. Because if I can be similar to what Olive was saying, you know, if I can be in that center and know that I can have fun and play with it, then I think all those things can go around a little bit more easily. So what will you take with you that'll support you for the rest of your life? Dawn Marie?
What I will take away from this that will support me for the rest of my life is staying open and accepting whatever comes my way, and knowing that if it's coming my way, it's meant for me to take on and to grow from it, because it's all about the life lessons that we get to explore. And I'm grateful that I have those opportunities to, you know, learn from those acceptance and those situations that come up, because when I look back, I go, oh yeah, okay, I did it. Wasn't that bad. So if I can just accept the process, it always ends up working itself out.
Olive?
I'm going to borrow your analogy, Lynn, with the Ferris wheel. And I will take with me to support me the rest of my life that it's not always the going around motion. Sometimes it's the stopping motion that's important. To stop and look at what you see.
Get off, eh? Or stop at the very top and look up.
Yeah, stop at the top and just look.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you, Lorraine?
And what I'll take with me and support me the rest of my life, I think I could keep, well, it was just the whole concept of appreciating and recognizing your mission and what you feel inside. And it reminds me of the quote of the day. I manage my thoughts, my feelings, what I do, and what I say. I never get angry for any wrong reason, and I'm always in control of myself. I am mature, experienced in life, very thoughtful, considerate of others, and choose to be in control of who I am, how I feel, and everything I do, say.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. And that's at the center.
That's at the center.
That's at the center. Awesome.
So that makes, that's very meaningful. Yeah.
Awesome. All right.
Okay, then, this has been a fun session, and we'll see you next week. So
Okay.
just stop.